Is there just an impossible tension that exists between the teachings and what is required to protect children in the church, in your view?
Oh, I don't think there's a tension at all. I think protecting children is a core part of the gospel.
I recently was reading back over my childhood journals, and there's not a single entry where the church is not 90% of the entry. So, like, there wasn't really a part of my life that didn't feel touched by the church in some way.
So it's a pyramid structure with the prophet at the top, and the hierarchy goes down, and the goal of the organization is to keep the organization going.
And so whenever you have genders that are hierarchically ranked, with men ranking above women, there's going to be problems with power and therefore with abuse.
You have such an early indoctrination to trusting the system with your money, with your secrets, with your guilt. And then if you go to a bishop and, maybe you don't even have the words for sexual assault, but you're trying to get some help from your religious leader, and he says, well, it was your fault. Of course you believe him.
Because there are so many things that we, like in the church, are considered sins that are really trauma responses.
It gives me more empathy for the bishop, because I've actually heard this. I was abused in scouting, but I got over it.
I think there is probably some denial that this isn't really a problem, right? It's not a big problem. And from my perspective, if it's one person, it's a huge problem.
The father's First Amendment right to believe what he wants to believe versus what's best for the child. And the Massachusetts Supreme Court said what's best for the child is more important than the father's rights.
And so when your choices are either to choose happiness or great unhappiness, that's such a false dichotomy, because if the only right option is yes, then it's not a choice. I'm your host, Alyssa Grenfell, and this is Architecture of Abuse. Episode 3, The Culture.